Hey, how you doing? I'm Tom. For about 12 years now, I've been dealing with type 2 diabetes and progressively getting worse and worse. Um, Different medications, just feeling absolute misery. I mean, no matter what you try, how you try to work with it, um, low, low carb diet, which I'm on now, which I'm going to talk about, but all different types of diets. Listening to different doctors saying, "Well, you got to try this. You got to have this. Don't eat that. Stay away from this. Here, take this pill. See you in 3 months. Go back, get more blood work. It's not really working. Guess what? We got to boost you up a little bit more. Put other pills on." I've had it. So, what happened was about 5 years ago, did some looking up on the internet, and the ketogenic diet seemed to be the one that everybody was talking about, and give it a shot. Well, I did very well on it. As a matter of fact, I lost 44 pounds in about 6 months, I guess it was, and starting to feel pretty good. Wow, this thing's really working. And everybody says, "Well, it's water weight in the beginning." Well, water weight, fat weight, whatever weight you want to talk about, it came off. It felt much, much better. Went to one doctor and to see if I can get off some of my medications, and no, you got to stay with it. This ketogenic diet's not going to last. So right away they start telling you different things, and bang, right back to square one. Well, I started feeling sorry. Well, God, why can't I have a slice of pizza? Why can't I have a sandwich? Why can't I eat pasta? Well, like they say, you are what you eat. And at one point, I felt like Luigi's Pizzeria, and it's just as big. So it started getting on my nerves a little bit more and more. Then later on, we moved out west, and it was really taking a toll on me, the yo-yoing up and down. And the main thing is what I want to speak about is this low carb diet. To me, it's not a diet. To me, it's more of a lifestyle, but it happens to be a mindset, which I'm finding out more and more. If you put your mind to something, okay, if you go near a stove and you go to put your hand on your mind, oh, don't do that, you're going to get burnt. Same thing with type 2 diabetes, okay? There's certain things you just cannot eat, okay, and in order to stay healthy. Now, if you want to just continue on the road, take the pills, cheat a little bit here and there, oh, I'm gaining weight, I can't fit into this, I can't do that, that's fine. And this video, what I'm doing here is not for you at all. What I'm talking to people about is type 2 diabetes, not weight loss, not different keto. People go on keto diet, and all of a sudden you're going to see them in the store, and they're looking at boxes, and they're saying, "Well, whoa, look at this box. It says, keto. Oh, we can have this. Fat bombs." They're talking about. What are you talking about? Fat bombs? None. You can't have no carbohydrates. Okay, very little. Type 2 diabetes. You want your numbers to come down. What I'm talking about here is one thing at a time. My mindset right now is to bring my blood sugar numbers down. Okay, weight loss will come with that. Okay, if you just get your mind set that you cannot have this stuff anymore, and if you do, you're going to pay the price. And what's the sense if you're going to be doing that? Okay, if you're going to be yo-yoing up and down, first of all, it's not good for your health to do that anyway. If you got your numbers and you're going up and down like a roller coaster, okay, guess what? You got other problems coming down the pike for you, heart problems, high cholesterol, everything, all the metabolic checkpoints that you're going to hit. Okay, so what I did was, 5 or 6 years ago, I went to the doctor, and he sort of looked at me and said, "You know what? You're obese." And I said, "Okay, well, you know what? Well, you're ugly, okay, but I can diet." Right? We didn't hit it off right off the bat right there, and I could see I was going nowhere, because if you said, "If you're not going to follow my plan, I don't need to see it." Well, guess what? I packed up and off I went. All right? So you got to find a doctor, not just somebody who's in your health plan. Look down the list, pick this guy and or woman, and go and do what you got to do. I had another doctor who actually put me on insulin, and a couple years later found out that I am insulin resistant. So that was like a death sentence almost. And then comes high cholesterol, LDL, HDL. All this stuff comes into play, all right, because of type 2 diabetes. So what I did was, when we finally moved out west, what I did was I went and I started to try to get a hold of this problem that I've had with type 2. And with my problem was I mean, if I looked at a slice of bread, okay, my blood numbers went through the roof, okay, and stayed there. So I was that type that I just couldn't have it. Anyway, so I started doing some research. And where else do you do research at? And where do you find other people from? YouTube. All right? Where else are you going to go? I mean, you can read all these lists of things that they're contradicting each other, and plant-based, vegan, carnivore, ketogenic, low carb, Mediterranean. There's a ton of them out there. Okay, and I'm not saying nothing bad about none of them. Okay, if they work for you, do it. Okay, the idea is to get your blood sugar down, get your insulin and your blood together. Okay, you can't have one up here, one up here. It doesn't work that way, because then you have other problems. All right, so when they turn around and say, we're going to try you on this medication, we're going to try you on that medication, I would hesitate a little bit with it, because especially if you've been doing it for a long time. Like I said, 12 years I've been dealing with this, and I finally found a doctor, okay, who listened to me from the beginning, what my problem was. And if you notice, you go to a doctor and it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes the most. He looks at your chart, checks your heart, checks that, you're doing good, okay, boom, out the gate you go. That's not good. Sorry, that just doesn't work if you have the mindset to get your numbers square, okay? And what I mean by square, mine came down since I've been doing the keto, all right? My numbers have been dropping. And I must say, he put me on another medication, took me off a couple medications, but put me on one medication to work with another medication, and that's been working. I'm not naming no names or anything like that right at this point right now, because I don't know if I can or not. The point being is, you got to take control of you. You can't depend on anybody, a doctor, a nurse, or anybody, unless you really want to work on yourself. Okay? Just to take the pill and take a shot, whatever, and just move on and go eat the donuts, ain't gonna happen. You're not getting anywhere. Not getting anywhere whatsoever. So to me, it's a mindset. Okay, and what I did, when I said before, I started this a couple months prior to my last doctor's visit. So and then with COVID going around, it was really tough to deal with this kind of stuff, especially sitting home. What are you gonna do? You're gonna eat. Like I said, I started looking like Luigi's Pizzeria, the building. So, and I like to cook. I cooked most of my life. Okay, a commercial. Chef, and just not at school, but self-taught. And the bottom line is, okay, when you take control a little bit, you feel better. So when you find a doctor who's willing to work with you, okay, and that's a big key. That is, I did, like I said before, I was doing research, looking at different videos on about keto, about plant-based, about basically, the Mediterranean, the paleo diet, all that stuff. And I found a couple interesting doctors that Sarah, I believe her name is Dr. Sarah Hallberg. Excellent. I mean, as far as explaining, okay? They can explain anything they want to you, but you're the one who has to do it. Dr. Ken Berry, the diet doctors, I think it's Dr. Brett Shore, I think his name is. Just to give him a little shout out, I don't know if I could do that or not, but I did. Excuse me. But the bottom line is, when you find a doctor that's going to help you, okay, or work with you, that's a big to do for me. That means the most of everything. So the last time I went to the doctor, I went and got my blood work done a week or two before I was supposed to go, and what I did is I went back. First, what we did was we were going to talk about my cholesterol, get the cholesterol, LDL. Triglycerides and all that stuff. So I got my blood work. Naturally, you do the fasting. And we went, and he sort of was in shock a little bit because the look that I got from him was, hey, look, you're a fat guy, all right? This ought to be comical, these numbers that you got. So let's take a look at it. And so he looked at it, and like I said, my doctor, I like him a lot now, but he picked up the paperwork, and he looked at the paperwork. And then he looked at me, and looked back at the paperwork, and says, are you sure these are right? This is you? Yeah, that's me. I don't know if you remember John Panette, comedian. Excuse me. He did a whole thing on this about how his blood work was good. It was funny. It was really funny, but it actually happened to me. He went back and forth. He said, "Wow, I can't believe your cholesterol is down, and your weight. Wow." He says, "Okay, what's your plan? What do you want to do?" So we come up with a deal that he's going to give me 3 months. Okay, I go back in October, I believe, and we changed that medication. As a matter of fact, we upped one. I take it once a week. That's as far as I'm going to tell you. And with keto, low carb, not too much high fat. I mean, I'm doing the fat, but I'm doing it different this time. I'm not loading up too much on meat. Actually, a lot of plant-based foods I'm eating. I'm getting my fat from olive oil, avocado. I'm not avocado. I'm trying avocado. I have a hard time with avocado, but I'm going to give it a shot. There again, mindset, mind over matter. If I want to do this, as of today, I'm down 16 pounds. And it's still dropping. Okay, swimming every day. Okay, I look like Shamu out in the pool every day, but it's working. But the main thing is my blood sugar numbers down. Unbelievable. I am so happy. And to be honest with you, it's not this up and down. It is a little up and down like this. The numbers are moving by like 10. Multiples of 10. So anyway, and that's enough of my bullcrap. What I'm gonna do is in the future, what I'm gonna do once a week, at least I'm gonna try to do it once a week. I'm gonna make some videos about what I'm eating. Okay, this is the key. This is everybody says, oh, what's the ketogenic diet? I don't call it a diet. Mindset. Okay, no carbs. All right, my vegetables. Right now, I'm living out west. Right now, today I believe it's 112. So you don't cook outside. You don't heat up the house. So I've been doing a lot of salads, a lot of cold stuff, a lot of shrimp, a lot of seafood. And I'm down to one meal a day. I'm going to get into that a little bit later on down the road, but I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. I don't use that. Time in between eating is what it is, because I'm just not hungry. So when you're hungry, you eat. Okay. My wife is ecstatic about this. She is so happy because my snack time is gone. All right? She's reading books left and right. She don't have to get off the couch, get me nothing. Which is funny because that was a little joke. But it's over with. As of now, it's over with. So the best thing I can do right now is I'm going to start making videos about what we're cooking, what we're eating. And by the way, she's eating like that. My wife, there's nothing wrong with her. She can have anything. I mean, the doctor just is amazed with her for our age. We're in the mid-60s. This is tough because everybody says, oh, how do you where you live, you go out to a lot of restaurants and this and that, can you go out there? It's easy. It's very easy to do, okay? And most people are aware of low-carb diets and stuff. As a matter of fact, a lot of restaurants are starting to turn that way. So anyway, what I'm going to try to do is not to be real windbag too much longer here, but I'm going to start showing you different things, what I cooked, how I cooked it, when I eat, and like I said, there's no set diet. No carbs, no sugar, no breads, pastas, nothing. Okay? Just, it's like I said, it's a mindset to know this is what I can and this is what I can have. If I have this over here, my number's going to go through the roof, and all that time is out the window. So, with that, I think that'll be enough, and I'll see if I can do at least one a week. I'm going to start getting ready to get saddled up here with cameras and stuff to do the. I never done this before, so this ought to be hysterical. Anyway, like I said, find a nice doctor, have him work with you. If he gives you a hard time, give him a hard time back, because you know what? You pay them. They don't pay us. Talk to you later.